G'day, just a quick talk about stress. I'll keep this as simple as I can. So just imagine the brain in terms of like pyramid, and at the top of the pyramid you've got the intellectual part of the brain, which is responsible for um, intellect, creativity, thoughts, for example. And then under that you've got, say, the mammalian or the limbic system, which is responsible for love and emotion. And under that again you've got, say, the reptilian part of the brain, which is simply there for safety, sex and procreation, and sustenance, or say food. So when you're stressed, what happens is the main priority out of all those systems is basically let's focus on that reptilian part, that one down the bottom there, the reptilian part, and more importantly the safety part. So it's not worried about sustenance, it's not worried about sex and procreation, it's worried about safety. And the reason why that is so is because if you can imagine a caveman sitting at a riverbank hundreds, thousands of years ago, and he's just eaten a meal, and let's say he's unwell, let's say he's got some type of infection, and out of the blue a saber-toothed tiger just runs for him. Now, without thinking, the first thing that he's going to do, he's going to drop everything and he's going to run for his life. So what's actually happened there is, all his blood vessels have constricted to increase his blood pressure, and his blood pressure obviously has risen to the point where it's pumping all the blood to his arms and his legs, so he can run as fast as he can from that saber-toothed tiger. Now that's a beautiful system there, designed to protect you, to get you to safety, so you can live to see another day. Now clearly in that situation, the digesting of the food was not a priority, that can wait, and taking care of that illness is not a priority, that can wait. We can worry about that later. So if you translate that example to what actually happens in modern day life, you can appreciate we stress about lots of different things, relationships, work, the traffic, the future, the past, fear is a form of stress. The list goes on and on. So when you're actually under stress, although it's unavoidable, we clearly have those type of stresses on a daily basis. You're actually engaged in that same example. So you could have just eaten a meal and you could be unwell, for example, and you're stressing about something. Sometimes it's not worth stressing about, and your body's having the same impact there. So you're stressed about the future, or you're stressed about the past, you've just eaten your meal and you're unwell. It's not going to focus on the immunity, it's not going to focus on the digestion, it's going to treat it as the same situation. It's going to think it's a saber-toothed tiger. So the moral of the story is, try and minimize what you worry about. Try and be in control of what you worry about. And the ways we can do this is obviously through exercise and meditation and just breathing. Removing yourself from the stressful situation, and just taking care of yourself. So it's just a brief overview of what stress does and the reason why it's there. And like I said, it's unavoidable, but it's up to you to minimize how much of it you have in your life. So I hope it's helpful, and I will refer some more information on stress in some later vlogs. Thanks.